Testing. Hey, Barbie. Hey, Cynthia. Barbie, Leah. Good to see you guys. Yes, it is. Oh, I gotta get my thing put on here. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're all doing well for a Friday night. I got a little better lighting tonight. I took the time, set my lights up. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. I hope the sound is good. There's an echo. Okay. Let me see here once. All right. How is it now? Hopefully it sounds better. Hopefully it sounds better. And I think I dropped my magnet. Where did it go? I'll find it on the floor, I'm sure. Yep. All right. Perfect. All right, awesome. Yeah, there's a couple different settings on these things. I just have to figure it out, you know. It's kind of new to me yet, so. But I'm trying to, so the sound at least is better. So hopefully that's better now. Let's see. Awesome. Okay. Apron's real cute. Well, thank you, Leah. I know the person that got that for me. Jackie's still up, actually. I can hear her upstairs. So she didn't go to sleep yet, guys. Not yet. She was watching Wicked. I got home a little bit early tonight, and she had her kids that she watches during the day all lined up on the sofa, and they were all watching Wicked. So they were all having fun. Hi, Gail. How you doing tonight, Gail? I was going to wait till tomorrow night to come on, but I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to come on tonight. And then I might come on tomorrow night too, because, well, it might actually be during the day if I can. I got to get some work done outside because it's going to be a nice day tomorrow up here in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. So, but I'd like to carry my wheel outside and do some throwing outside and do it live. Long week. Yeah, tell me about that, Gail. I mean, it was a long week for me too. So all right. Clay is a little soft. It's softer than what I want. This is some clay I reclaimed. And this is the clay that has the spots in it. The spotted clay has the bits of, I guess, magnesium in it. Oh wow, double hernia. That's horrible. I hope he did all right. Wow. So Cynthia, was he in pain beforehand? I guess he must have been to have that done. Oh, Gail, yeah. So that the big pie plate, the rim, it's folded down. You know, I'm not real happy with that. I still have it. I'm just not happy with it. I did work on the rims on the plates, or at least one of them. And I want to show you guys and see. I want to get your thoughts on what I did on the rim, okay? And see how y'all like it. Because I think with the glaze over top of it, it's going to look really cool. I do want to show you that. So I did one of the plates. It's not dry enough. Yeah, it's not going to come off the bat yet. What do y'all think of that? Now the center part is a stamp that my wife got me. She likes the Scottish cows. I like the rim. I don't know if y'all can see that close enough. It's hard to tell because you love it? Yeah, the rim, I think, is really going to look cool when the glaze breaks over it. And then I have the cow in the middle. My wife likes those cows. So I thought I would do one of these plates. Oh, really, Barbie? So I'm thinking I might do a bunch of these plates. I still like the rim. It's kind of a higher rim, so you can get your fingers underneath it good. But I like the Highland cows, the Scottish cows. I wish the stamp was not so busy because it would have went a little bit deeper. And maybe I'll etch it in there a little bit better. But I do like the outside edge of the rim. I had a floppy bowl and I turned it over on the bathroom and hung it. 2 buckets. It turned out really nice. I should have done that, Gail. Yeah, I should have done that because then it would have turned out better. You like the higher rim? Yeah, that's the reason why I did do it. I thought it turned out really nice. Yeah, this is not ready to come off of here yet. I let these guys release on their own. That way I keep them nice and flat. And I have, my plates have turned out very flat when I left them like this. So, and I don't run any wire underneath it, nothing. I just let it dry on the bat like that. It's a masonite, hard masonite bat, and they do absorb water slowly, which is kind of nice. So things don't warp on you and stuff. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, so that's one idea I have. I've got other ideas I want to try too. This here took me a little while, but this is all hand done around here. So, but we're going to try it and see how we like it, and then I'll probably do more. When I threw this, it was a 10-inch plate or a 12-inch plate here to here. It might be a 10-inch plate till I'm done. I don't know. We'll see. So, anywho, in the big pie plate, like I said, Gail wasn't real happy with it. I still have it wrapped up a little bit, but you can kind of see there where it came up here. But look how it's slouched here. It doesn't look very nice. Actually, what I could do is trim this. I could trim this off. Yeah, I think that's what I might do is trim this off. And maybe save the bottom half, because the bottom half's really cool. I'm surprised myself that I was to reclaim it, but it turned out very nice. That's cool. That's really cool, Gail. Really nice. Yeah, it would be, definitely. I think I can trim it. Yeah, actually, it's actually a pretty good point right now to trim it. We'll set that off for now. We'll put this one on. Let's see if I can trim it. I feel like I just shrunk. There we go. The reason why I have this chair down here, it's an old chair, just a seat. And the cushions, it's a lot more comfortable for me than what I had, that metal chair with some, foam on it. This is a lot more comfortable. But the reason why I have it down here is because it looked ugly. And after a while, it tends to just kind of go down by itself. Hey, passerby. Bye. You broke your arm. How'd you do that? How'd you break your arm? Wait, did I miss stuff? Here, I missed some stuff, didn't I? Don't mind me just dropping by. They're saying, good day, help with the AI, Gore. Passerby, thank you for stopping by, passerby. I appreciate you. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Harry, my wife's in the chat. That's good. She don't want to show herself on camera, I guess. All right, this is going to be good. Matter of fact, let me pull this off for a minute. I'm sure everybody would like to see you, Miss Jackie. Not tonight. Not tonight. So, Jackie, tell them what we're going to do tomorrow. Almost through now. Acorn bumped in the wheel, fell my arm. The fraction. How does an acorn? Oh, the wheel fell on my arm. Okay, I got you. All right. I'm sure it wasn't fun. That had to hurt. Yeah, so Jackie's, Jackie wants me to get an earring. So I told her I would. Tell you what he's having done. I'm just getting one ear done. I know it's the thing to get both done, but I'm only getting one ear done. There we go, guys. And that was probably just about the right hardness to do that. So this can go in the reclaim bucket. I throw everything in this bucket because that's just what I do. Then I have one bucket and it all gets reclaimed. There we go. Hey, JM, how you doing? Yeah, I didn't put it on the Discord, so probably nobody does know. Yeah. All right, there we go. Your rim. But you know what, though? I could save this part of it. I can round this rim off. Where is it? One earring would look really cool. You think so? I think it would too. It's kind of old school, I'm old school, and I think it would look all right. I don't care what anybody says. I think it would look all right. I don't see many guys my age anymore that have them. At least not around here. I haven't. So I'm going to start the trend again. Yeah, I think it will be. The cake pan, it won't be real high. You know what I mean? If it's a cake or whatever, or even a pie dish, it probably won't be very thick. But there are some pies that aren't that thick, See if I can moisten it up just a little bit more. Maybe I can, I don't know. I don't want to make it too much thinner than what it is. Look up, Murray. Look up, Murray. Look up. I know, I'm not looking into the camera, right? You're old school too? Nice cake pan serving tray. Yeah. A casserole, you're right. It could be. I'm slowly rounding this edge. Why would my mother have a fit? I still have hers. Thinking, hey, too sweet. Yeah, I think we are too, Barbie. I think we're the same age, definitely. Hey, Nick, how you doing there, brother? I just chopped off an edge on this pie plate because it flopped on me last night, or the other night. Yeah, it wasn't last night, but anyhow. So it was just about the right hardness that I could just cut it off. And now I'm just slowly adding some water to this edge and rounding off the edge. So it's a nice subtle edge. And I think that's good. Just lurking. How you doing there, buddy? Cynthia, you're in that club too? Yeah, you're just a year younger than me. I'm 57. Like a 57 Chevy. Yeah, they call us Gen X. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing good there. Just lurking. Thank you, Barbie, for that. Uncle Butch. For experts. Absolutely. Experts. So I'll trim up around the edge then. Once it comes off, but there you go. See, it's not very thick, guys. It's not, I should say it's not very deep, you know, but I mean, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It could be a serving tray, you know, but I salvaged a piece and I'm going to put it back in the bag for the slow dry. All my plates and dishes like this dry slowly. That's why I could still do that today with it. If I would have left that thing out for the past 2 days, it would have been darn near dry down here. So, all right. Yeah, how about that? 2 streams in a week. Hey, well, I'm glad you stopped in, Tux. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, you know, my opinion is we are the best generation, you know. We knew a life without cell phones, electronic gadgets. We were born into it, so to speak. Had to learn how to use the stuff before anybody else did. Because you know dang well our parents didn't know how to do it and didn't want to do it. And as they say, I remember riding around in a car with no seatbelt. Hard dashes, you know, so that when your mom slaps on the brakes real hard, you go and hit the dash, you know. So Yeah, I remember them days. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? Good to see you in here, Sabrina. The whole crew's in here, I think. Yeah, Just Lurking is Just Lurking. He's here. Nick's here. Barbie, Cynthia, Gail, Leah. Tux was here. I think he left. What I'm going to make, guys, is some bowls. And I want to make a standard GM bowl. So I want to try to get something that I can make a lot of, you know? Not much work, real fast to make. Feels like there's something in my clay. We'll see how far this goes. Yeah, definitely. I think I have too much clay for this. It's more clay than I think I wanted to have for this. I mean, I want to have a little bit of a foot on them, but it's a good thickness right now, actually, but yeah, I don't like this one. I'm not liking that shape. Make a bigger bowl. This would be a bigger bowl. I just don't like the feel of this one right now. I mean, I think it's nice. I think it's just there's a spot. Oh, there is the spot. I think it'll be okay. I mean, it's going to shrink, right? So it won't be a mixing bowl, so it doesn't have to be super thick. I do make my mixing bowls thicker. So if you ever order one of my mixing bowls, expect it to be a little bit heavier than what you would a regular GM bowl like this. Mixing bowls get used a lot harder than these do. So I make them to last. What do I like about it? Well, right now, I'm as thin as I can go on my walls. I guess it is a decent shape. It's not real far out like this. And it doesn't have to be, but I can't go out much further that way. I'm getting too thin on my walls. Yeah, I agree, Gail. I do like the thicker walled stuff because it does tend to take a little bit of a beating. Oh, you mean thin or thick? I mean, the thinner walls are great for stuff like this. But mixing bowls, pie plates, pie plates are not, they don't take that big of an abuse. Mixing bowls is just one thing that I do make a little bit thicker. And I think they probably should be. I've got to get my mirror back. They're lighter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it because it's lighter. With the inside, I want to have all right. I guess that's not a bad shape. Yeah, they do. That's for sure. They do keep it colder or warmer, the thicker the mug. Compress the rim. I think it's got a decent shape. It's going to shrink, so it's going to be a little bit smaller than this. I mean, what do you think, Gail? Would you rather your mixing bowls be a little bit on the thicker side? I mean, I'm not saying a lot thick. You know what I mean? A lot thicker. I'm just saying the walls tend to be probably like a 1/4 inch thick. I mean, they could be as much as 5/16 sometimes, but most of the time they're closer to a 1/4 inch thick. It's usually what I make the walls on those, which maybe that's thin to some people. I don't know. I don't know what most people think about that, but I never really concerned myself with what they thought. I just that's how I felt comfortable with it. Excuse me. Thin has its place, but for utility use, I like it thick. Yeah, thank you. I agree. That's exactly my sentiments. Oh, you just solved a lifetime mystery for me. I always wondered why some mugs burned my hands and others didn't. Yeah, it's because the thicker. Yeah, a thicker mug will keep your drink a lot colder or a lot warmer longer. So now the thicker mug's a little bit heavier. Okay, so I like the thick walls, the smooth bottoms. Yeah. All right. I think it's actually a decent size. What do you guys think? Let's see. I'm going to build myself a table here so I can put my stuff on it. Come on. Yeah, wet hands don't work too good with that. What to do with my towel? I think so. I think it's going to work out all right, Gail. I was a little bit apprehensive about it at first, but I think the longer I looked at it, the more I liked it. All right. That's pretty close. All right. Let you guys have a better look at that. I'm not sure about the top portion here. It's not bad though. I like the shape like this. I'm going to do the foot, you know, so it's nice and on the bottom there. But I think it's going to be a decent bowl. So I want to make a bunch of those that they're as close to each other as they could be. I mean, everything handmade, everything's a little bit, nothing's perfect. You want perfect, go to Walmart. Perfectly made, come to a guy that makes craft stuff, you know? I want a 3-section piece on wheels for all everyday tools. Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to build off this table, like maybe I can clamp something on there, like a piece of plywood or something that comes around a little bit more, so I have more room to put things. Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Barbie. I don't typically use this except if I want to keep making the same, roughly the same size piece, you know? I don't, but you typically don't see me bring it out. I never did that one challenge yet. You guys, I guess everybody's doing that one challenge. Tiered. Oh, that'd be a great idea, having it tiered. That one-handed challenge. Maybe I'll do that tonight too. I don't think I've ever done that before with one hand, you know. Be pretty different. I did wedge this clay, so I really shouldn't have much air in it, but I'm still going to do this anyhow. I think I just moved my thing. That's okay. All right. Yeah, so that's another way of doing it for sure. I know Simon Leach does that. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. The chopstick, old school. Yeah, I actually have some of them, Gail. As a matter of fact, I did make one of those years ago. Don't you follow me? Ugh. There you go, Gail. That's what I did before. I did a hot glue thing down here. I found this clip somewhere. I don't know. Drilled a hole in it and then used one of those sticks. Not really chopsticks. They're skewing sticks or skewering sticks or something like that. And I mean, it works. It kind of bounced around a lot, but I actually had that for the longest time. That's what I used. I think they're skewering sticks or something. So I just felt my chair going down. Can't stay or hear, but hello. We can't hear. Why can't you hear? I need to pop off and ask a favor from Barbie. Okay. No problem, Mandy. I don't know if anybody can see that. But there was a spot in that clay. Again, now I feel like I'm really low. My computer's going to holler at me here in a minute. There it is. I'm still trying to fix my computer. Trying to go through the BIOS and trying to fix it that way. And sometimes it takes forever for it to find or to fix, try to find and fix things on its own. And it's just keeps returning the same issue. And I think it's a hardware issue, which kind of sucks because, you know, that means I have to go and buy some hardware for it. Hang on, let me turn this thing off. All right. That should shut it up for a while. Music. I'm not sure if we made a new channel or not. Andy. Which one's Andy? Yep, I don't like that one. It's already, yeah, I got a thin spot. I screwed up on that one. I screwed up on that one. I pinched it. Try to go too fast with it. How does Nick get away with it? He's still here. Yeah, it does happen, Gail, doesn't it? It's like I felt it. It's like, uh-oh. I'm not getting that one back. when you feel that and you just know it and you just got to cut your loss and say, okay, let's start another one. He's been there, done that, I'm sure. I've done that myself many times. Just is what it is. All right. I think what I'm going to do is since I just did that, I'm going to give that a break. I'm going to try to do the one-handed, non-dominant hand throwing and see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't know if I want to use that much clay though to do it. Oh yeah, that's 4 pounds of clay. I don't think he'll be able to make a new channel because they'll just follow his IP address. You know, I think that's how it works. They'll just follow his IP address. You never throw, and you need to throw with the non-dominant hand. So that'd be my left hand. I'm not good with my left hand at all. So my guess is it won't go very well. But I'm going to try it. Nick. Nick's lurking. All right. I guess that was okay. I don't know. All right. Let's see what I can do. I mean, I usually center with this one anyhow. This shouldn't be too awful bad. I saw Jess do this on Swan City. She rocked it. Yeah, she did. Pretty awesome. But listen. Yeah, don't tell her to look. She'll make fun of me. It's funny because you so badly want to take your other hand and put it on the piece. This hand just doesn't have the same muscles that I use in this hand. Are you all getting a good view of this, by the way? Let me get that out of the way. Can you see that all right? This is the part where the camera mount functions. You can still hear me, but can't see the image. But when I put it back and get everything figured out, the piece is already done. And I swear I didn't cheat. Gail, you have to do this. You have to try it. Not, of course, you don't have to show you trying it, but I'm doing better than I thought I would do. Don't look, Jess. I gotta say it does help because this arm is my strongest one. I should say I can keep this arm pretty stiff when I'm throwing. So I think that helps when you're doing this challenge. Yeah, I know it's difficult. I know because I really want to put my hand in here, and but you really have to read the clay with your fingers when you're doing this. You know how you do it now, but you really got to pay attention to how it's moving in your hands. I mean, just like if you're doing it blindfolded, it'd be the same thing. The problem I'm going to have is getting the clay off that bottom. Not moving the wheel real fast either. So right now it's right about 5/16 thick, roughly. I still have some clay on the very bottom I need to get. Blindfolded, I think, could do because sometimes I close my eyes to feel the clay. Yeah. Well, that's just it, Gail. So do I. Like I can read the chat and because you're feeling the clay. So that's kind of what I'm doing now too, is I'm kind of feeling that thickness and being able to get that clay like over top of your one finger and trying to bring it up. It's really hard to do. So, and my, of course, there's not much length here that I can get down in there to pull it up. So that's my challenge, is trying to get that clay to the top. And I keep wanting to put my hand in here and I think about the only way I'm going to be able to thin it out any further is to widen it. A 1 pound cylinder? Really? Is that what it's supposed to be? Because I already had that. This is 2 pounds. Is that what it is, guys? Does anybody know? I can't remember. I think I did read the rules, but I don't remember what it is. I use 2 pounds of clay for this. And it's really hard because the taller you've got, now you can't get to the bottom. But I think I proved one thing to myself. I can throw one-handed, like with my non-dominant hand. Yeah, Gail, you got to try this. Just to see if you can do it. It's a cool challenge. The thing is with that much clay, you can't get to the bottom. I have probably that much clay really at the bottom that I could bring up, and I can't get down there. All I'm doing is pushing the clay this way and pushing it that way, and I can't get underneath it to move it up. It doesn't want to move up. Well, now this isn't right. This is a bit awkward. Thank you, Gail. When your wheel's going this way, you got to use this hand. It's awkward. This hand is dry, by the way. I never touched it. It looks like a flower pot to me, though. If I could get down in there further and get that clay up, it'd be perfect, but I'm probably that thick on the bottom. Well, at the very bottom, like down in here, it's like that thick. So, and up here, I'm probably right where I want to be. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Appreciate the comment. All right, so that's my non-dominant one-handed throw. Start to finish. I thank God he gave me two hands. Just to say, there is one guy that I saw that throws. Now he doesn't have the one hand. He has a stump right here, and saw him throw, and that was pretty cool actually to watch him how he managed to do that. And you know, I think with any kind of disability, you kind of learn how to do things differently, and it probably feels pretty comfortable after a while. All right, I officially did the challenge. I think I'm done now with the challenge. I'm not done tonight. Incredible as always. Now I don't think I can cut it off one-handed. Not quite sure how that would work. I ain't gonna try it because I'll end up cutting the whole thing apart. So okay, guys. Non-dominant hand, one-handed challenge. There it is. 2 pounds of clay, by the way. I think the challenge was for 1 pound of clay, from what I hear, but somebody will have to look into that. But anyhow, 2 pounds of clay, one-handed challenge with my non-dominant hand. It's a little flower pot. Maybe I'll have to send this to Ben Wolf. Should I do one blindfolded? What are the other challenges, by the way? Does anybody know? Is Jam here? Thank you, Cynthia. Should I do it blindfolded? I could do it blindfolded. I know I can do it blindfolded. Can I do it one-handed blindfolded? Probably. Yes, for a potter, being blindfolded is not such a big deal. I mean, anybody that has done this for a while will tell you that it's more of the feeling. You can feel the clay moving between your hands and your fingers. And so you kind of feel your way through the pot as you're making it. The visual comes when at the end, kind of, where you're trying to get that shape you want. You know, that's where you kind of, your eyes come into play more so than just throwing the clay. Because you can center it, you can bring it up, but when it comes time to shaping it, yeah, the eyes would have to play a big part. We invited you to a Discord where you talk about upcoming challenges and they're going to do with no tools. Okay. No tools? Like, what do you mean by no tools? Did anybody describe what that means? I am part of that Discord, by the way. You mean no tools like no sponge? You can't use a sponge. You can't, I'm sure you can't use a rib, you know. But these are tools too. You know, your hands are tools, but you know, you got to use your hands. But blindfolded, I can do it blindfolded. I know that. I could do that next, but I won't be able to read your chat. This is another 2-pounder. I think I'm going to I want to make a bowl out of this, though. I want to make a really nice bowl. Well, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Right? Just try it. See Discord back and forth about what counted as tools. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So how about I just do this? All right. Now I can't read the chat. I'm going to have to put these out as shorts, aren't I? I've never done any shorts. I feel like I have a lot in the bottom that I didn't get. When I feel the bottom, I think I roughly have, I don't know, like a half an inch in there. That's what it feels like. How's it looking, guys? Because I can't tell. And I can't read your chat anyhow, so how tall am I? All right, so it's getting up there, right? Okay. It feels pretty centered, guys. As long as I don't bump it, right? Wow, the top even feels like it's flat. Okay, so I have, it's taller. I think I can bring it up some more. There's a little bit of clay in the bottom. I can feel it. A little thin up here. Oh, wow. That's getting pretty tall. I gotta be careful now. I don't touch it. All right. I'm scared I'm going to knock into it. Okay, so I'm kind of thin up top. No, I mean literally. No, just kidding. Yeah, I am, but yeah. So the thickness feels really good all the way down. So I'm just going to try doing a shape. I got to wobble to it, don't I? Yeah, a little bit of wobble down here. Feels pretty good there. I feel like it got a spot right down in here. Okay, I think it's because it's getting too thin. All right. Well, I can't tell what that looks like. I'm hoping it looks like something decent. And I didn't use any tools, even my eyes. I didn't even use a sponge. So I'm just trimming the excess clay off the bottom because I'm not allowed to use tools, I guess, right? It ain't perfect. All right, guys. Hey, that ain't bad. That ain't too awful bad, guys. she didn't know I was actually blindfolded, probably. It's funny because once it gets so high, it's like you're worried about coming over and bumping it. And I got to tell you, it's actually pretty thin, which is what I was worried about. Lots of water on the inside. Can you guys hear me all right? Hopefully the mic is, can you hear me all right? Okay, awesome. Hi, Sunset. So I am disappointed because I have too much of a thickness on the bottom. I didn't read that very well. But what I can do is cut it apart and show you. It is rather thin up here. It's just super thin. That's why I'm going to cut it apart, because it's very, very thin. Yeah, I'm disappointed about the bottom. I really should do that again because I didn't judge the bottom very well. I was trying to judge it. You saw me doing this between the pieces or trying to feel on that thickness on the bottom, and I thought what I could feel was correct, but it's definitely not right. So let's cut this apart. Yeah, way too much at the bottom. Woo! Very thin up top. No pun intended, by the way. But yeah, can you all see that? Now, if I was going to trim the bottom up, that'd be okay. You know what I mean? I could trim the bottom right in here. That'd be all right, you know? But yeah, I got way too thin up here, and as wet as this clay is, it won't stand up by itself. No way, no how. So but that was a good challenge. That was a really good challenge. And I did not use any tools except to cut it off, right? I used a sponge there for a little bit, but I was done by then. So, you know, is that what, I hope that's what they meant by no tools or blindfolded. I don't know. I thought that the non-dominant single-handed throw was probably the better challenge, in my opinion, because I'm not used to throwing like that at all, and I'm surprised the piece turned out the way it did. I really am. I love that you sliced it so that we could see it. Wow. Yeah. And I could feel how thin it was getting at the top. But I really thought that when I was checking it like this, that the bottom was closer to the wheel head. And I had plenty of clay down there I could have brought up. So unless you're trimming the bottoms of your pots, you don't need that much clay at the bottom. And I don't leave that much clay at the bottom. So what I think I'm going to do is try to keep making these bowls and see if I can get them close to looking like each other without the little measuring thing, and see if I can get them pretty close. I should be able to, but once you start, like if you're trying to make a piece that you want to sell like multiples of, right? So you want to try to get them as close as possible. But what you start finding is you come up with this piece, right? But you start throwing it at this poundage of a clay, and you realize as you're going, you're getting more and more efficient, and the walls are more and more the same thickness all the way, the same thing every time. And you realize you start reaching that point where they are all the same at that point. In other words, the first few, you're kind of getting to that point to where they're getting closer and closer, but then you reach that plateau where the rest of them are all the same. And at least for me, that's kind of the way it goes. You wouldn't need it that thick, even if it were a flower pot outdoors. No. As a matter of fact, if it's a flower pot outdoors, you need to have a hole in the bottom of it, for one thing. The second thing is, if you deal with cold weather at all, to where you get freezing weather, don't leave your flower pots, like ceramic flower pots, outside. They will crack sure as the day is long, you know. The hole in the bottom will help the water drain out the bottom, but your ground still holds a lot of water. And of course, you know how when water freezes, you understand all that. It'll break your piece right open. Hey, Mandy, you're finally here. You missed it. I did it blindfolded. But I think I did rather well as far as keeping the piece as tall as I did and the walls as thin as I did, for doing it blindfolded. So I think I'm happy with myself that I was able to get it to that point. You know, I'm a little bummed about the bottom. Hey, you're all right, Manny. No worries. No worries. You saw 2 minutes of it. I think it was doing pretty amazing. Yeah. I also did the non-dominant hand, one-handed throwing too. So you'll have to look at that. I made a little flower pot, but I used 2 pounds of clay too. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's what I did. I think you did both challenges well. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. I'm finding that this recycled clay throws a little bit differently than fresh out of the bag. Because that's what all this is reclaimed clay right now that I'm using. So it definitely throws different. You should totally do that Nick and Jess did. Bring up AI pottery projects and try to replicate them. Oh, I have to go back and watch that. So what do? You watch what AI, I guess you watch what AI, how they make it, and then you try to just mimic it. Really, that's what you're saying. I'm not sure how much I like AI, you know. I suppose it could be a good thing, right? It could be a good thing. I'm afraid that what'll happen is kind of what's happening now anyhow, is that people get too engrossed in their phones and stuff, and then they don't really venture outside of that reality. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, they used to say about video games for kids, right? And how, you know, people get wrapped up in games and that's all they're doing. And their reality is not it's virtual reality, right? So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about AI, but other than I think it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, right? It all depends how people decide to use it. Mandy wasn't so neat to watch. I don't know. I have to watch it. It's called Chat GPT. Okay. Yeah, I understand GPT, the Chat GTP. Okay. I'll look it up, Mandy. I'll look it up. And I must have missed her doing that because I thought I tuned in that day, but maybe I missed the whole AI thing. This, oh. Some of these I didn't wedge very well. This one had an air pocket in it. I think I busted it, but That's why it was starting to wobble on me. I ran into that pocket of air. I like it for inspiration, not for talking as it is your own. It's a touchy subject. People often say the generations are their own works when it's computer that's going to be work, which is really strong. Yeah, I do too. I dislike that too. Artists work so dang hard, and AI is taking away the work and human aspect of what makes art so beautiful. Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of scared of, is that these kids today won't appreciate true artists, you know? Um, you know, I do like all forms of art, but I never really understood the abstract art where people are just throwing stuff together like haphazardly and they're calling it art. And I have trouble with that, a lot of that. I never really cared for it for one thing, but I appreciate the fact that they're individuals, right? And that's the way they see art. And I can appreciate that. I just I find that a person that makes a painting of something um, with brushes and colors and all that, I find them to be more of an artist in my eyes than somebody that throws paint in the wall and says, "There you go." Um, I hope I don't, make anybody angry by saying that, but that's how I kind of feel. Um, it's kind of like ceramic, like where you have molds and stuff. You took the art out of throwing the piece, right? And now you just have a mold you're filling up. It kind of takes the whole natural part out of it. It's no longer by your hands, so to speak, right? I mean, like this whole piece is made by my hands. I mean, I can appreciate people that do that. I mean, to me, it seems so generic. Now, I get that there are people that also they throw the piece and then they make the mold, right? So then they can make hundreds of them or thousands of them, and they're all exactly the same. And I get that part of it too. So I don't know. I don't know. 100% agree, Barb. Yeah, yeah. I think it just takes the human level out of it. To me, art was always the human part of it, right? That you watch that person make that piece. Um, to me, that's art. And just like if I go to a show and I see a painter painting a painting, and I'm thinking, that's just freaking awesome. That's just awesome. Um, I love to see that. I mean, you think of it on a level like when people who are in theatrical, there's three theatrical artists, right? My daughter's one of them, and you know, it's all about that. It's not AI. It's not. It's them. They're the ones that are the artists there. Fully agree, Terry. I like going back to what I was saying about the work. There is no personality. There's no connection or emotion to your work. You put it in better words than I just did, actually, Mandy. Or emotion in your work, like photography. Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, I mean, you get it, Mandy. That's exactly what I wanted to say, and you actually put it in words much better than I did. Um, that's exactly how I feel. They are part of the piece. They can feel the sunlight and how it's captured in the lens, the fuzz around the cat's ears. Yes, and they're in love, their dad's eyes too. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, Mandy. That's exactly what I was getting at. And that comes through in their work, right? When a person like me walks up to a picture like that, you see the art, right? You feel the image. You can feel the image. It leaps out at you. There's little bits and pieces of that image, like you said, like the fuzz on the ears and that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff that I pick up on when I look at stuff like that. And to me, that's art. You know what I mean? I mean, true, real photographers like that, they really know how to pick up on that kind of stuff. They got the eye, the artist eye, and they can see that, that image pop out. Because it's kind of like when I'm throwing here, and I think I've probably said this before, like, but when I'm throwing, I can feel the energy of the clay. And to some people, that may not make any sense, but I feel like the clay has energy that, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's something I feel when I'm throwing. Um, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. Artists are more at one, I think, with nature, and they're just more at one with everything. I don't know. So yeah, I think AI could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. So for artists, it could be a bad thing. People won't appreciate art, Those bowls, I'm telling you guys, those bowls are about the same height. All right. Yeah. So they got to work on the shape a little bit. They're close in the shape, but the foot's a little different. I can trim that up though. I can trim that up. Yeah, man, you got that nailed. Thank you for that, for putting that together like that, because that's exactly how I felt. I was trying to get that out in words, but I'm not so good with that. Um, that was really good. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned for some of these kids growing up that don't get to experience this kind of stuff. That's why I like going to shows. Like I go to a lot of juried shows for artists. It's they're all artists there. So where you have to put your pictures in and all that, and you get chosen to be in the show to sell your products. And so it's not like a regular craft show, so to speak. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's like, um, but what I like to do, and the point I'm getting at is I like to throw at those events, because you wouldn't believe the amount of parents that bring their kids to those things. And the kids love to see that kind of stuff. And I love the fact that they will stand there and watch in amazement. And I hope that these people, that these kids that see this, that gets ingrained in them to want to do something like this, that it gives them inspiration. that can inspire some young person to get into the arts. That's probably the one of the best parts about that. Clay has a beautiful grounding factor, pun not intended. It stands for everything that humanity has come from. Ancestors, hundreds of years, have stood on it. And pottery itself has been around for ages. The history of that clay, a native has made a bowl to gather berries for their tribe. Yeah, exactly, Mandy. Yeah, the juried shows, Gail. Absolutely. Those are the only ones I go to, Gail, is juried shows. I will never go to a quote, craft show. If it's not juried, forget it. I'm not going. I don't care. I've been to two of them in my days, but the last one was it. The last one just ticked me off, and nobody appreciated the art. And when you get people coming up and looking at the pieces and saying, well, they're too expensive or this and that, it's like, well, sorry, but if you can get it at Walmart that cheap, then go get it at Walmart, because what I'm making is handmade. It comes from me. It's you either like the natural clay and something being handmade and the energy from that object when you pick it up, or you can just go to Walmart and pick a plastic one out. It has no sense of energy to it at all, and it just upset me. These people at those craft shows that just think that they're looking for bargains, and I'm like, this is no bargain. This is not. I'm not selling bargains here. This is real art. This is real things that you can use and every day, and they just it's like these pieces can be handed down for generations and generations, for hundreds of years, if you take care of them. And they just don't understand that. They don't see that fact of it. Juried means, yes, yeah, exactly what Gail said. They have judges that look at your photos. You have to send photos into them before the show, right? So you apply for the show, and you send pictures in and stuff, and tell them about yourself and all that kind of stuff. And then they decide how many potters they want to have at a juried show, or how many painters they want to have, or just anything. They make the decision on who's allowed to attend that show. And those shows bring more money. You usually have more high dollar clients going to those shows, because they're going for the artist. That's why they're there. They're there to buy artwork. And, I make a lot of functional items, but it's still art, right? It's still something created by hands. So anyhow, those are the only shows I go to. With everything becoming digital, people are forgetting that it's like what it's like to work with your bare hands, a beautiful sort of intimate dance or hand movements. You are quite literally making something from nothing. Yeah, for sure. The same as exhibits. Yes, Gail. I mean, my daughter went to school for that. She's really good at it. I mean, she sings, she dances, of course she acts, and she brings a character to life. Whatever character she's playing, she becomes that character, and you can feel it. You know what I mean? When you watch people that are really good at something like that, you can feel the character they're playing. You could just feel it. You can just tell somebody that's really good at their art, and it's wonderful to watch. a lump. There's accidental scratches of your nail. Your unique finger shaping what's seen from your mind. I think it's beautiful. Exactly. Exactly right, Mandy. That's why I had that saying. I think it's on my website or one of either my Facebook page or something like that. But anyhow, it feels good in the hands because it was created by hands. Um, People don't get that. You know, some people don't understand that. Um, which isn't, you know, it's sad to see that, you know, that some people don't get that. But I think it's the world we're walking into right now. Unfortunately, I like to get back to a little bit of a simpler time where people do enjoy this kind of stuff and everybody's doing their own thing. You know, everybody's making their own stuff and selling it to other people or trading to other people. You know, um, my wife started making her sourdough bread. So I guess she's still doing that. I think she still has starter. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you very much. Go get you some lovely people. Yeah, I got to work on my website. I got to add more stuff to it. I definitely have more to add to it. The time trying to get to do it, and my daughter's trying to do it too, and she has a baby, so it's difficult for her too. So if I did this full time, I would have the time. I would make time to work on my page, and I'd divide my days up, you know, to where I could fit that in. But being as I work at a regular job and then come home and either I'm going to throw, I'm going to trim, I'm going to glaze, or I'm going to work on my web page, or it's just like you have this much time and you got to do it all, and it's just not enough time. You know, that's what it amounts to, really. We'll see if this bowl turns out close as the other ones. Yeah. My former trust me when I say this dude is talent. Oh, Mandy, you're wonderful. Thank you for that, Mandy. I appreciate that. That that warms my heart to hear somebody say that. Thank you. We'll see how close this one is to the other ones. It looks like it's pretty close. You are very wonderful, Mandy. Thank you for those kind words. Looks like I lost my shape a little bit. Like I need to be more rounded there. That's where I need my mirror. I'm gonna try to smooth that out on the inside a little bit. I don't like to have any edges on the inside of my bowls. I think that'll work. The outside looks pretty good. I kind of like to keep them throwing marks in there. I like throwing marks. She is very sweet, isn't she? Make a narrow foot. The other thing is when you make a foot like that stands up higher, it allows your bowls to nest. All right, I think that looks pretty good. All right. That's pretty close. Right there, it's not quite as rounded as I'd like to see it. Yeah, they're two different bowls. They're two different bowls. That's okay. That's all right. I can live with it. Let's see. What do I have here? I think I'm out of bats right now. At least flat bats. Let's see how flat this one is. I might have to go start making some mugs. Because if I don't have any bats, I can make mugs on the regular wheel. I'll cut them off. Kind of froggy. Hey, kind of froggy. Love the mugs on your website. Are they wide enough to get a grown man's hand inside the wash? Are they wide enough? Well, some of them are. Some of them probably aren't. Some of them are definitely wide enough. Like if you take a mug like this, I can fit my hand in like that. Of course, I have a big one. I could definitely get my hand. I can get probably almost my fist in that one. Now I'll have to clean it up though. So some of them, I do put measurements on there too, I think. Like this one here, I can fit my hand down that far into it. I'm making my stuff all full of clay, but I can clean it up. I've been using, since a teacher decades ago brought in a box of mirror tiles, 12 by 12, and gave them each to one of us. We taped around the edges. Been using. That's a great idea, Gail. Yes, definitely saves on your neck, doesn't it? You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being in here, by the way. I appreciate you. Let's see, there are noticeably a few samples missing. There are a few samples missing from behind here. I have lots and lots of different mugs, different shapes of mugs. I have cups. I have different size cups, and I do try to put these sizes on the website. So, you know, matter of fact, if there's a piece on the website that you are curious about, you could always email me, and I could send you a picture with a hand in the mug. If that helps you, I could do that, so you could see how wide that is. But there are measurements on there. Wonder where they could be. Yeah, I wonder where they could be. I'm guilty of at yeah. Yeah, Leah, I actually still have yours. I didn't pack yours yet, actually. I made Leah a huge mug. Let's see, where did I put it? Where, oh, where? Ah, got it. So, I don't know if you all remember when I was doing the glazing and stuff, and I asked for ideas. And Leah says, I want you to do a black one with the walnut on top. And I said, black? And she's like, yeah, I want to do the black one. I said, okay. So here's your black. And this is a huge, huge mug. I mean, I could get my whole fist in that mug. That's a huge mug. So yeah, that's I got it all full of clay right now, but that's a huge mug, huge, huge mug. Now I will be sending that, Leah. I will be sending it. How's my sound? Is sound still good? They're supposed to last a long time. So the mic I'm talking about. So I'm hoping it does. Yep, absolutely. Don't drop her. So that's like the one I'm eyeballing on your website. It's the very style. It's 4-inch at the top. All right, hang on. Kind of froggy. Hang on. I have all my pieces over here, and I can actually show you the piece you're looking for, okay? If that helps you, which I think it will. Try to clean my hands a little bit. Let's see. 4 inches. I think it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Mug. That's the cup. Okay. All right. I got 3 of them over here. I didn't hear you specify color. Murray accommodating. Yes, I do accommodate. Now, I do have some clay on my hands. This is one of them. This is a cup. This is not a mug. It's a cup. But anyhow, that's that one. That's on the website. Black walnut. I don't know that I have a... I don't think I have a black walnut one up there. I have these as well. And this in here is actually like an oatmeal, and then black walnut up top. That's on the website. So you like the black with the walnut on top, like the one I just showed up there. Yeah, Leah's already got that one. I just have to send it to her. But I can make another one. I could definitely make. I got lots and lots of mugs that are just waiting for glaze. So if you really want one that is black walnut like that, like with black with the walnut, I can definitely make sure I glaze one for you that way. Yeah, time for a glazing stream. Yeah. Yeah, you did tell me about the black walnut stuff. Yeah. You did tell me. Yeah, I can do that. Definitely. Kind of froggy. I'll definitely do that for you. You know, if you you hang on into my streams, make sure you hit the bell and hit the notification for all. That way you're notified when I go live. I do live streams on my glazing as well. So you'll be able to see the piece being made too. Are you interested in like a large mug like I just showed you? The black and with the walnut? Is that the size you're looking for? I feel clay. I feel clay in my clay. Yeah, I feel air pockets in my clay. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Definitely. I can definitely do that. And you can actually watch it being made. Because that was actually a lot. That was actually a lot of clay when I made that mug. That was probably 2.5, 3 pounds. Leah sized, yeah. I remember, Leah, when you saw me make that one, you wanted that one because it was just so big anyhow. And then, of course, when I went to glaze it, you were like, I want the black one. Yeah, so just like, you know, what Leah's talking about, that mug, she saw me make it. She saw me glaze it and fire it. You know, she saw it come out of the kiln. So I do all my lives that way. So, you know, people can actually see their pieces being made. Many times they'll see a piece come off the wheel here and they'll say, hey, I want that piece. I will accommodate. Did you guys hear that? That was the air bubble popping. Is caps easier to see, Murray? Yeah. I'm not drunk. You heard it pop, Barbie? Yeah. That was the air pocket. You really don't want those in your clay. So it's good if you can try to get them out. For one thing, if they don't pop in the kiln, it creates a weak spot in your piece. Okay. Silly goose. Because you're far away. Yeah. Well, actually, I have the iPad here, like right at hand's reach. So I should put it like right here. I don't have anything like that right now that I can put it there. And since my computer is not working, I don't have the real big screen, but we're making it work out, right? Oh, nose itches. You saw it. Yeah. I made that a while back. It feels like forever, actually. It was quite a while ago. Nope. Is there a spot in there that I keep seeing? There's something weird about this piece. It could be like an air pocket in there that's causing my problem. And I'm just not feeling it, but right there's an air pocket. I think I just popped it, but now when it pops, it goes in. So now you have a divot. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm seeing if I can compress it. Unfortunately, I'm at the point where my walls, that's where I want my walls to be, my thickness. And this little spot on this rim, because of that air pocket, I mean, I don't think that anybody would see that little bit, but I know it's there. And that's the problem. Yes, every time I'm bending over here like this, Gail, I keep thinking I need my mirror. I'm going to Hanover tomorrow in town, so I'll find something. But guys, I might do a live tomorrow outside. If I can manage it, I'm going to make it happen. Okay, but we'll have to see what happens tomorrow because it's supposed to be really nice out, and we have a lot of yard work to get done. So if I can make that happen, get that yard work done, why I will do another live tomorrow, and I'll drag my wheel outside where it's all nice and sunny out, and I think it'd be cool. I really hate, and hate's a strong word, but I really hate being in the basement. Just, it's difficult throwing in the basement under freaking, lights like this and stuff. Natural or artificial lighting like this. I do need nature. I definitely need nature. Not like I know. You're outside live? Well, you drive around outside live. Almost every time I see you do a live, you're outside in your car driving around, showing us the town. I do need nature, though. I tell you what, it really helps to inspire me to get out into nature. I still have 8 of you in here watching. That's wonderful. I mean, it's almost 10:30 at night, and you guys are still spending time with me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'm thrilled that you guys are spending time with me. Yeah, you do. Wouldn't be anywhere else. No, I do appreciate it. I really do. I like having somebody to talk to. You need nature too. Yeah. I'm a nature person. I love to go out and just walk the trails. And oh, I used to love backpacking. Oh man. When I was younger, I'd go up on the Appalachian Trail and I'd spend the whole weekend on the Appalachian Trail, just walking and enjoying nature and sleeping outside and by campfire. And ah, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's the feeling you get. And, you know, I'm packing up candles while I'm listening to well, that's cool. You're packing up candles. So you sell your candles? You have a website? Because we burn candles in the house. We do. I mean, if you have a website, put the link up, Barbie. And actually, if you sell them, send me a link or something, or through email or something. You know what I mean? And let me know. Because I would probably buy some off of you. I don't know. That's kind of the shape I'm going to, guys. I don't know. It's actually a nice shape, I think. It looks more like the other one that I did. I do kind of like when they're straight in here, though. I don't know. I can trim that in, though. I can trim it. So that's not a big deal. Gotta make some room on my rack. Now, am I out of bats? I think I'm out of bats now. Because I think my other bats that I have are warped. So we're going to make some mugs. Muggies. No website yet, just sending out testers right now. I've been making soaps, lotions, and much longer. I've done markets up until now. Mailing out and branching out into candles is new territory. Well, hey, the soaps and stuff, I like that too. You know, if it's all natural, that's even better. I mean, if you have information or something, Barbie, that you can send me or something, I'd be probably interested. That's cool. I like that. I like that it's all natural stuff. Yeah, you have my email address. You can send me stuff or call or whatever you would need to do. Leah got a sneak peek, did she? Leah is just in the in crowd, you know. She's friends with everybody. Or if you have pictures, you can send me pictures or whatever, you know. So I can see what all you got to offer, you know. Because I like the natural soaps too. Did they realize you have to? It's okay, Barbie. Whenever, Barbie. Don't, you know, whenever you get to it. It's not any problem. I understand how that goes. I really do. All right, so these are 1 pounders, or no, these are actually bigger than that. We want a big mug though, don't we? We need a big mug. And that's probably 2.5 pounds. All right, what do I got here? Oops. Oop, doop, doop. There we go. Yeah, that's 1.5 pounds. I got 3 pounds here. And I don't think I want it to be 3 pounds. That would be a lot. How about that? That's almost 2.5. The surprise litter of 8 puppies was poor Tommy. 8 puppies? Holy smokes. What kind of puppies are they? I mean, I'm not looking for another puppy, but I'm just curious. All right. So that's, I could add more weight to that, actually. But that looks big enough. For that a big mug. Let's do that. 2.5 pounds. They are German Shepherd and Great. Whoa. They're going to be big dogs. That's actually pretty interesting. Interesting mixture there. So who had the German Shepherd? Was that you, or did you have Great Dane? I'm guessing you had one of them. You probably had the female, right? So which one was that? More shepherd than Dane. They are such good dogs. My dog is the same mixture. I'm guessing the shepherd came a Colin. My neighbor has 6 dogs. Yeah, say more. Nope, I got the picture. This little ASMR. Oh my. Didn't want to take all that clay off of there. Gonna make this a manly looking mug. You're finally getting around to your dinner. Holy smokes, girl. A little late for dinner now. It's funny. You know, my mom used to tell me when I was little, and we would have late meals, she'd say, "We're eating with the rich people tonight." So, you know, the rich people eat late at night, supposedly, whatever. I just thought it was funny. It's just something funny she would say, you know. Oh, you're back, Gail. Okay. Awesome. I'm still here. How long have I been on? What, almost 3 hours, huh? It says 2 hours on my thing. I started 2 hours ago. So I must be working on my third hour. Been watching TV with the sound off. Is that lovely bumpering around the top that keeps the mug from slipping out of hand? Yeah. The somewhat potbelly style, mainly. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I was actually making a mug. If you like this one, you can have this one. This is a large mug. But I'm going to make a couple of them, all right? So you can have a choice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll make a couple of them. That way I'll have different designs and you can kind of make your, decision that way. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you might be new here. But yeah, I mean, it is fascinating to watch. I mean, people do love to watch the making of this. And I think, it allows you to have more appreciation for what it takes to make a piece, when you're watching it. And the other cool part is if you buy one of my pieces, most of the time you can actually see them. If you watch my lives, you'll see me make the piece, which is kind of extra special, You you'll own a piece that you actually saw me make. Now it's got to go through several. It's got to go through 2 firings. I got to glaze it. So it's a process. But if you keep tuned in to my lives, you'll be able to see this mug come to its completion. Because I got to put the handle on it. I can't put the handle on right now because it's too wet, It's more of a manly mug. Agreed, never get bored. Could watch all day. It's funny that things they're gone. I miss my mom every day. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do miss your mother. My wife misses her mother too. My mother, fortunately, is still around. You know, she beat her bout with cancer, which is wonderful. My stepfather had passed away. But my mom's still around and my biological father is still around. My biological father lives in Florida. So he likes it down there. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm also on Facebook. If you look up Muirhead Pottery on Facebook, I have a group and a page that you can also join if you're so and want to. You can. I think I also have an Instagram, and I was thinking of doing TikTok, but you need a lot of shorts for that, and I don't do that many shorts. There you go. That actually looks pretty good, pretty decent mug. That's going to get a good size handle on it, and I can get my fist down in it. So now it's going to shrink a little bit, okay? So, but I'm going to try to make one a little bit bigger than this yet. Dad's mom, Nana, is on decline. Been praying so hard for my daddy. Nana is right with the Lord. I'm worried for her at all, but my dad is going to take it badly. I'm worried for him. Yeah, that will be difficult. It's always difficult when you lose a loved one, you know, no matter really who it is. I miss my mother every day too. She's been gone 40 years, died very young. That's so sad, Gail. That's very sad, Gail. I'm so sorry that happened. All right. I'm going to attempt to pull this off of here. And I've got to put it somewhere where it won't get hurt. There we go. So hopefully I can lift this off of here. It is going to have a lot of weight to it. Bingo. And it went right back into shape. Ain't that awesome? There's a close-up of it. Now you'll see some fingerprints on here, but I will clean them up. But yeah, that's a pretty large piece right there. Okay, we can make another big one like that too. Yeah, we can make another big one like that. But I want to make it 3 pounds of clay this time. Instead of 2.5, it'll be 3. Oh, you're welcome, Gail. My mom died 73 years ago. This February. I'm sorry, Barbie. Miss Jackie's headed to bed. Night, everyone. Hope you all have a great weekend. Okay, I'm grateful for all the years that we had with my mom. Can't describe words gratitude I feel that she got to meet my babies. Uh, that is beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right, so we'll make a bigger one this time. That's a lot of clay. Okay, that's a lot of clay for a mug. Typically, I use 14 ounces, 1 pound of clay, roughly. You know, in between there somewhere. But when somebody wants a big mug, it takes a little more clay. What I'm doing right now, for those of you that are new in the chat, or just new, just watching, what I'm doing is called coning up. The reason why I cone up like this, and I do it several times, is because sometimes I really don't feel like wedging. And this is the way I can wedge my clay. We wedge the clay to get it more homogeneous, and we get the air pockets out of the clay, right? Air pockets are a bad thing for clay, especially when you're throwing and you run into an air pocket. When it bursts, it leaves a crater, and it's real thin at that point. So that's not necessarily a real good thing when you're trying to make the walls all the same thickness. So that's what I'm doing now is this is what I call wedging on the wheel. Just move the clay up and down. It helps the clay platelets get going in the right direction. They're all kind of laying together, going around. It helps with that. Some people don't do this, you know, and you don't have to. Everybody, you'll find that every potter you watch is probably going to throw a little bit differently. Their hand movements are differently, you know, and so every potter is unique when they throw pottery. And that's called centering. Now the clay is centered on the wheel. That's a Leah size mug. Whenever your hands are clean, I believe we need to show off the piggy banks and dolphins. Oh, well, the dolphins aren't even glazed yet, but I can show them off. Does anybody want to see what I have? I could probably take the camera with me. Yeah, but I won't be able to see the chat very well. Murray, have you never heard of expression eating with the rich folks? Love it. Oh, you never heard of that? Yeah, my mom used to say that. When you eat late, you eat with the rich folks. So sorry to everyone who has lost a parent. Grief never ends. It just becomes part of your life and who you are. I believe that. Kind of Froggy says, dolphins, piggy banks. Yes, I do. I do sculptures too. I mean, or sculpting. Okay. I don't want to mislead you and think I make these big sculptures because I don't. I do smaller stuff. I'll bring them over here because if I don't bring them over here, I can't read the chat and everything. So let me clean my hands up and let me finish this first. You guys hang around for a little bit. This won't take long to throw. I mean, since I have it on my wheel and I'm spinning. Yeah, Mandy's back again. I didn't know you left already. No rush, Murray. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just let me get this done. It happens to us all. Yeah, my wife lost her mother many years ago, and she misses her mother greatly too. Every day. You said that when you're done, your hands are cleanish. Yeah, yeah, they're cleanish. You can see how messy they are right now. Well, I think this will be a last piece I make tonight, and then once I'm done with this, I'll show some of my work, okay? Because I think there's some newer people in here too, and so I want to show them, and I think everybody likes to see it anyhow. So it's a mug fit for a king. Yeah, the ballots are in. Yeah, everybody wants to see them. So we make it tall. Good night, Miss Jackie. I can hear her walking back the hallway. There's something on that lip. What is it? Where is it? I feel it. It's right there. What the heck is that? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Good night, Miss Jackie. I don't think she can hear me. I think it's another air pocket there. I think I just popped it too. Kind of sound like I popped it. That's a mug. All right. It's that magnesium right there. See the black spots? This is that speckled clay. All right. So what I want to do is clean this bottom up a little bit. Where'd that clay bag go? What did I do with that clay bag? All right, we'll go in there. That is a huge, huge mug. You know what? This is probably the largest mug I've made yet. I mean, I really think it is. That's really big. That's big, way bigger than the other one. Shut off the shadows, leave voice. In. Definitely assist. Yeah, you heard it. Yeah. That's one thing with this microphone. You can hear stuff like that. What do you all think of that? I think that's pretty awesome. The amount of coffee I need during the day. Yeah, that would give you a lot of coffee. What a mug. That's a tanker. Yeah, it's a tanker, all right. It's a Stein. Yeah. It's huge, guys. It's freaking huge. Wait, that handle I'm going to have to put on there is going to be big. This is almost one of those that you need two handles, you know? That's something special, Uncle. Yeah. Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, Mandy. As you can see, I can get my whole hand in here with no problem whatsoever. I'll talk. You're right. Oktoberfest. There you go. The one thing when you start putting glaze on, then the glaze will try to follow the swirls in here too, and they break across the edges, and it looks pretty cool. Only if it were yellow. Yellow. My wife wants yellow. I need to get a good yellow. I'm not a huge fan of yellow, but you know that. That is quite the mug. But you're right. I don't know if you can call it a mug. It's more like a Stein. It's big. It's big. It's what you call biggin. That will look pretty cool. Yes, you're right. It's time to buy some glaze for sure. Oh, I know she would. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get my hands cleaned up so I'm not making all my pieces messy. Although, you know, I do wash them before I send them. I got freaking stuff up my arm, too. All right. I'm going to leave him on there for now. And probably just put a bag over him for the night. All right. I'm going to wash my hands up just a little bit more. It's funny, you guys can still hear me, which is good with this mic. These things seem to be working out pretty good. All right. Well, that looks good from a distance, too. All right. Let me get my dolphins. My dolphins. My doey dolphins. All right. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So here's some dolphins that I've done. Like a wine glass type thing. So they're actually, the dolphins are hollow. It's good dolphins. So, thank you, Mandy. So those are the dolphins. So the one I'm going to show you right now, this pie plate, I can't sell anybody because it's my wife's. But this pie plate, as you can see, it's freaking huge. And it's thick. Yeah, it's thick. This is like one of them big giant pies. So, but yeah, put it up to my head, you can see. I mean, I got a big head, but there, this is freaking huge. So yeah, this is my wife's. When she saw me do this, when she had to have it. So nice too. We have old mixing bowls in a nice mustard yellow. Yeah, I do. I have mixing bowls because my wife wanted yellow, and the yellow I got's not yellow enough. So, I mean, I probably don't have them over here. And I don't, but I do have a couple, I think, over here on the shelf. It is a perfect pie plate. Yeah. So that's that one. And then there's a casserole dish. No. Nice casserole dish. So this one here, nobody claimed yet, but somebody will get it. Some lucky person will get it. But it's a nice casserole dish. Mixing bowls. Nice deep pie dish. Yeah. You need one. Which one do you need? Pie plate or the covered dish? Yeah, I can't sell that one. Can't sell that one. I have another pie dish here, but I can't sell it either. Let's see. Those need reglazed. Let's see, what else can I show you? I do have all kinds of stuff sitting around. Piggies. You wanted to see piggies. You wanted to see the piggies. All right. I have two piggies. They're not huge piggies, but they're piggy banks, and they'll get corks. They'll get corks in their mouths. There's the piggies. And I'll put a name on the back side here. But yeah, there's the piggies. Oinkies. The casserole is amazing. Could it be glazed to go with the mug? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I make all different sized casserole dishes. So yeah, if you're interested in a casserole dish, I could definitely do that. I can put any kind of glaze on it that you want. Like if you like the black, I could do the black with the walnut. I can do that too. But yeah, there's my piggies. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Show the piggies' tails. There's the piggies' tails. But so yeah, I do a little bit of that kind of stuff. You know, the dolphins are probably more of a sculpting project than anything. But I do have other stuff I can show. This is all kinds of stuff that need to make it to the website. And I just haven't had time yet to get it there. Let's see. Got this one. Oh, you probably like these too. Let's see. So I got this is a yellow that I have. It's actually called corn silk. And it's got like a white glaze on top, but that's more of like a stein, I think they call it. So a cup. And this one here is a mixing bowl. And this one here has that corn silk on it, and then it has the walnut around the rim. So it kind of looks it looks really different, but it looks really cool. So that's one of my mixing bowls. It's a little bit thicker, you know, a little bit thicker here, because it's meant to be used heavily, right? And of course, it's fired to cone 6. It's stoneware, you know. This one actually trimmed out the bottom. So yeah, that's one of my smaller mixing bowls, I would say. I do make a much larger mixing bowl, but I don't have any of those available to see. I think my wife has one up in the cupboard, but I'm not going to go up and get that just now. But yeah, so the goblet, I love that. The corn silk color, they're really lovely. How many ounces is the bowl? I'm not sure exactly how many ounces the bowl is. I never actually measured what I could fit in it. That's a great question, though. So when I post this on the website, I will have to do that, because I do that with my mugs too. I think I say how many ounces they are, but the bowl I did not. So that's a great point. Thank you for that. The rim, I like the rim at the bottom and able to hold it like that. Yeah, isn't that cool? It gives you a good grip, you know. I like that the rounded part on here. It does give you a good grip. Butterbell. Oh yeah, Butterbells. I did make one. Did I already fire that one? I think I fired it. There's large foot so you can grab my body. Yeah. Yes, the rim and the bottom is a great idea. Yeah, you can have a hold of it and, you know, do your thing. Cool, cereal. Cereal, yeah. That'd be a huge cereal bowl. But as a kid, I can remember eating cereal like that too. That's a large. That's yeah. But as a kid, I did the same thing. I laughed because I did that. Let me see if I can find the other one. Yes, I do have a Butterbell. And I did glaze it already and everything. It's red. It's my red glaze. This is what I call a Butterbell. If you've never seen one, you put your butter in here, okay? And you put a little bit of water in there so that when you put this in, the water goes up and seals the butter so no air can get to the butter. And what this does is allows you to put this on your counter, and all you do, you can pull it out and you have soft butter right at your table. And you don't have to worry about it going bad because the water seals it. That's called a Butterbell. Let's see. Dino Nuggets. Adjusts his creations too. Rims at the bottom. There's spouts of water, the drain. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like that idea he did too. Men are very thoughtful and creative. Thank you. I try to be creative. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the red. Yeah, the red's pretty cool. The red's pretty cool. I got it dusty now, but and this is the speckled clay too. That's the speckled clay in the red. It's not really even. It's like a dark red. You know what I mean? It's not a crimson. It's more like a country red. You know. I've seen a few Butterbells at the antique store, but didn't know that the water aspect. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah. So the water, and you only have to put a little bit of water in. And like I said, that's what seals the butter from getting to the air. Next to the stove, not a bell. What's a genius idea? You sign your pieces. So, okay, the only pieces I sign are the special pieces. So usually, like when I go to these judge shows, these juried shows, I will always have one piece that I've made that I actually physically sign. So like the dolphins will be signed. So it's pieces like that I typically sign. And if they're big pieces, I typically sign. Like this, I'll probably sign. But I do typically charge more for my signed pieces. However, what I do right now is I have stamps. So, and these aren't stamps that I bought, okay? These are stamps that I made. So I have the Muirhead Pottery one, which is the M and a P, which is this one right here that I actually made. I carved the clay and made that stamp. So it's not something that somebody can really copy, right? And same with my TM for Terry Muirhead. That's my name. I have a stamp like that I made. So these are made by hand, by me. I didn't purchase these things. And so they get stamped on the piece. Because I have kids and stuff that will probably get into this, or grandkids, and that want to keep using the Muirhead Pottery name. This way they can stamp the MP because that's the Muirhead Pottery, but also they can have their own personal stamp because that's who made the piece. That was the whole thought behind that anyhow, but that's what my stamp, you can see that there. That's what I do. So yeah, that's the gist of it. And of course, I have this. I really like this because this piece here is actually like the oatmeal and the walnut glaze. And I really like that combination. So I'm going to do some pieces like that. And then these pieces here, I can't sell, or I probably could sell, but I'm not gonna. It's because I have crazing on here, and I need to work out that clear glaze. But this piece here, if you can look past the crazing, this is what I call sandstorm, and this is what I made a lot of a long time ago. I made a lot of this stuff. I sold a lot of this, but that's called sandstorm. Is what I call it, because it's all swirled like a storm. This is what I did a lot of, and the way I make these is I take two different stonewares and put them together. Which I should show people how I do that. I do have some of that clay that I can use. There's another piece. Sandstorm. These were really popular. I sold a lot of this stuff. And then I have, well, it's all dusty. Jeez, that's dusty. That's why all the pieces get washed before they send them out. Down here, everything gets dusty. I also have this. And this is, I think, the oatmeal glaze. No, this is actually white linen glaze with the teal, I think, that I have over that. You love the swirl? Yeah, so I'll have to do that. I will have to do that. And that way everybody can see me do that. It is fun to watch because when I'm making it, well, I'll tell you what, you'll just have to watch because it's really cool. And I've made some plates as well. And here's one of my plates that I was working on. This is just one style I'm working on, but do you ever see the Highland cows? They're the cows that have all the long hair and the horns, and my wife loves those. I do too. I like them. But anyhow, this is a plate that I'm working on. Now the cow is a stamp. Okay, I didn't draw that or anything like that. It's a regular stamp that you can purchase. But this design around here I did myself. Of course, the plate I did myself. But that's a style of plate that I'm working on, that I think that I might do. The blue is jaw dropping. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, that's the teal. Yep. The cobalt blue. Yeah. I have the cobalt blue too. This is getting close to coming off. It's getting there. It's getting there. The cobalt blue, if you like cobalts, now this is on a white clay body. I have a white stoneware that I have. Actually, I don't know if anybody's actually seen me do the white stoneware. But anyhow, this is the cobalt blue I have. This is the earring holder that I bet Leah forgot that I even did. But yeah, that's the cobalt blue. Fuzzy Highlands, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the cobalt blue is just so deep, and this white clay really brings it out. It loves white clay for sure. It is memorizing. I think it's actually called. This might be called Cash Money Blue. I think because it looks beautiful. On that white, it is beautiful. And then of course you saw my other mugs here, but so I do a lot of different stuff, you know. These here are a small mug, okay. And this is cinnamon glaze with a walnut. The walnut really, I like the way the walnut breaks on the top, which is why I use it so much. And people really like the look of it. But yeah, that's a small mug. He's a little one. I got a mint green and oatmeal on the bottom. But so yeah, that's some of the stuff I do. So it really looks good. The mint green, which I think you've seen a piece on the website, but I should show that bowl. This bowl. So this bowl has a mint green in it, and it's dirty. There's a mint green in it, but then I put a white linen over top. And I don't know if y'all can see that. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. How it kind of, the glaze kind of went on that. It really looks cool. So, yeah, really cool. So, yeah, those are some of my colors. So anyhow, what'd you all think of tonight? Did you like the show? The live show? That's a huge mug. I can't get over that. That thing is just freaking huge. Nice calming color to have your breakfast and coffee to start your day. Yeah, exactly. It is, definitely. Yeah. It was fantastic, Murray. Thank you. Love your live stream. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I still have 8 people in here, which is wonderful. And I want to say, you all took the time out of your evening to watch me tonight. And I appreciate that, and hopefully you got something out of this tonight. Maybe it relaxed you. Maybe the conversation helped you. And I think you all are amazing as you spent the time with me. I'm going to try to do a live tomorrow, but I can't promise that one because we do have a lot going on tomorrow. And so we will see. But if I do a live, I want to do it outside. Okay, because it's supposed to be like 80 degrees out here tomorrow. So it would be nice to do one outside. So let's see. I'm going to see if I can make that happen. Hopefully we can. We got Cobalt Blue reminds me of the types of dishes. Yeah, exactly, Mandy. That's exactly what it reminds me of too. I love all those shades. Thank you so much for this tonight. You're welcome, Barbie. Thank you. Kind of froggy. I learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the mug and the bowl gifts. Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I'll tell you what, you're going to love them. You're just going to love them. Everybody does. And I'm not saying that to just because I'm big. I'm not a person that's like that way. Okay. But I'm just going to say I've used them every day too. And we love them. And so that's why I say that. Grandma had a whole collection that couldn't remember the name, but she bought them. Yes, they were collectibles now, I think. But there were some that had like a thin cobalt lines around them, like 2 lines or 3 lines that went around the white bowl. And yeah, those are cool. And you notice they're heavy. They're thicker material, because they were meant to be used. And that's what I want to make. I should do some of those white with the cobalt around the rim. I think that would be cool. Maybe. I've emailed through your website. Thank you. Thank you. I'll watch after work tomorrow. All right. Yeah, I mean, thank you for emailing. And that way, because I will eventually I'll be sending emails out to people. So if you're on my email list, you will get emailed when I have like offers like 30% off or whatever. I always send them out through my email mailer. So if everybody's on my email list, then I'm going to hit send, and then you'll just get in your email like 50% off. Who knows, right? So anyhow, I'm going to start doing that. So if you're on my email list, look forward to stuff like that in the future. Yes, so much stay up late with us showing off your skills and pieces. Always a delight spending time with you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you very much. You're wonderful, Mandy. You're all wonderful, by the way. Thank you, Terry. I love all your friends. Sleep well and hugs. My friends. Leah. Yeah, I love you all too. I mean, thank you all for spending time with me. I appreciate it because, I'm down here in the basement and I'm throwing stuff, and it's like you just need somebody to talk to sometimes, right? Just to pass the time. And so you guys do that for me actually when I go do lives, and it helps. It helps to have you all here. Anyhow, again, thank you. Look for me tonight, or not tonight. Look for me tomorrow. Um, and if you have your notification bell on, hopefully then you can get notified when I do a live. And because I can't promise you about tomorrow. But anyhow, thank you all, and you all have a great night. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. At least in Pennsylvania, it's supposed to be pretty nice out. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so anyhow, thank you all, and it's going to be a good night. I'm going to sign off here, and we'll hope to see you again tomorrow night. I hope I can make that happen for you. And anyhow, sayonara. I got to get up and turn the phone off, though. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you for spending time with me tonight, and we will see you again soon.